to my channel. Thanks for tuning in. Before I forget, I would love if you could subscribe and like this video at the end if you do enjoy it. I would like to share with you guys today my top 3 tips for getting yourself into the feminine and out of the masculine. So if you've been following me for a while, you know that I work on this diligently every single day. You know, I really enjoy being in the masculine, and I shut down my feminine when I was little. I figured that out this year, so 2018, I shut my feminine down because I, in my brain, viewed it as like not cool, and like girly was bad, and like I even used to think that pink was a bad color and that it was too girly. In fact, when I was little, I actually remembered this the other day when I was writing a letter. My favorite color is pink, and when I was little it was always pink, and one day, and I actually remembered then when I was little, I used to start telling people that my favorite color was a different color. So I wouldn't say pink because I'd be afraid that they would think I was a massive girly girl, and I didn't want to be a girly girl. Anyway, I'm not going to go into like too much of personal detail with that, but I've been through my struggles, and it's crazy how much conditioning can affect you even when you have grown up in a really, really fortunate childhood, very fortunate family, all that sort of stuff. Your conditioning can still greatly affect you later in life. Anyway, so I wanted to give you guys my top 3 tips for stepping into the feminine. I'm going to do a couple more videos about the feminine and masculine because I love teaching my clients about this, and especially in my life coaching. I love doing this stuff in my life coaching. It's incredible how literally 99% of my clients all struggle with getting into the feminine, and they all perceive the feminine as bad. You know, words come up like terrible or, you know, unworthy, gross, vulnerable, like it's a bad thing. Needy, pathetic. It breaks my heart, but that used to be me. Anyway, so my top 3 tips for getting into the feminine. The first one is dress feminine. So although I've got my girl boss suits, they definitely have a place, and it doesn't mean that I'm in the masculine when I'm in my girl boss suits, because you need to understand this. There is the false feminine and the true feminine. So the true feminine is the divine feminine. You can be feminine and you can be strong and bold and courageous. You can stand up for what you believe in, and you can be witty and desirable, okay? The false feminine is this like, you know, this idea that people have that the feminine is weak and girly, and girly in a bad way, and really needy and weak. The feminine is not weak. The divine feminine is not weak. The false feminine is this societal shit that we've made up in our head about what we think the feminine is. That is not the divine feminine. The divine feminine is strong and able, and she can do everything a man can do plus more. We can have babies, like a man can't have babies. So that is the divine feminine, okay? And I love wearing my girl boss suits, and I am still in the divine feminine where I wear my girl boss suits, because the divine feminine is also very strong, and she's powerful, and she knows what she wants, and she gets what she wants, okay? And that's me when I'm in my girl boss suits doing my talks and stuff. And then I have days where I am a little bit softer, and I step into my softer side of the divine feminine, and I wear girly dresses, and I have my hair, and I wear nice earrings, and I do all of that when I'm wearing my girl boss suits as well. But you know, I want you to understand that there is 4 different archetypes in our cycle. So there's 4 different phases of your cycle, and in each phase you're a different woman, and I'll do another video on that later, but that is totally how it should be, and we should honor that. We should celebrate that, because it gives us a chance to step into 4 different characters in each phase of our cycle. So I'm going to do another video on that later, so let me know if you're like really keen to know more about this, and I will definitely share it. So the first way to step more into the feminine is to dress more feminine. Go out and buy some really pretty dresses that make you feel you know, alive and feminine and vulnerable in a strong way, and sexy and soft and nurturing and that sort of stuff. And wear heels, put on earrings, curl your hair, put some makeup on, put some effort into your appearance so you feel alive and sexy, because that is being feminine. Although there's definitely a place for wearing gym gear and having your hair in a top knot, and I love days where I do that because that's also honoring your natural beauty. But there's definitely days where you want to dress up and feel like a queen, and that's also fantastic and okay. So that is my first way of stepping more into the feminine. The second way of stepping more into the feminine, which I'm really enjoying at the moment, is making food that's really desirable and pleasurable, or making drinks and then enjoying them with pleasure. So whether it's a cocktail and you enjoy it with pleasure and going out with your girlfriends, whether it's, you know, a cozy morning at home and you make yourself a decaf coffee and you put some cacao and turmeric and your adaptogens in there and some collagen and you froth it up in the blender and then you sit and look at the view and just like almost meditate on the drink and tune in and focus on that one thing, as opposed to drinking it and being on your laptop doing emails and scrolling through Instagram and taking phone calls and doing and cleaning your room at the same time. Just sit in that moment and like enjoy the food or the drink in that moment for 5 minutes, because it's a really beautiful practice. So when you are in the Divine Feminine enjoys each moment with pleasure. Sitting down and eating a meal, you know, and just enjoying the food and being grateful for it, that's you eating it in a feminine way. Throwing a bowl of food together and sitting in front of the TV, or and even better, throwing a bowl of food together and having no care in the appearance and sitting down at your computer and just stuffing it in while you're doing emails, that's eating in a masculine way. And whilst there's no good or bad, you can eat in the Divine Feminine way or you can eat in the masculine way. I do both. It depends what's happening on in my life. I like to sometimes make a really conscious effort to swap in and eat and drink my drinks in the Divine Feminine way to give me a bit of balance. But then there's some days where I'm like, nope, it's all systems go, and that's totally fine. It's just, I just want to teach you guys a couple of different things of ways that you could just take 5 minutes out of your day to step into the Divine Feminine. And this is a really nice thing to do at nighttime as well, to like connect back, especially if you've got your partner or your boyfriend or whatever around you, or if you just want to ground yourself a little bit more and allow yourself to get out of the masculine from being at work all day. This is a really nice practice to do. And then the last thing to step in the Divine Feminine is to be open to receiving. So I like doing sensual yoga, where I do a lot of like heart opening and hip opening stuff. I like sitting with my thoughts. I like journaling. I like talking about how I'm feeling. I like going to the beach and having a nap in the middle of the day. All of those things, it slows me down, it softens me, and then I'm more open to receiving. So that is like the last way. And of course, like trusting in the universe. Oh, I'm going to throw another one in there. In the full moon and then at the full moon and the new moon, the most beautiful thing to do to trust in the universe and connect to the universe and put your trust back out there, which is very feminine, so that you can sit back and be open to receiving, is to write your intentions, the things that you're letting go, the things you're bringing in, all that sort of stuff, your manifestations, your goals, your desires. Write them down on a piece of paper. Meditate on it. Oh my God, I have goosebumps as I'm saying this. Meditate on it and then burn the piece of paper and just watch it all just float away into the atmosphere. It's hard to explain until you do it, but it's just like so beautiful, and it just, I can't really explain it. It's just like, you got to do it. And it's a bit of a bitch to do it the first couple of times, because you're like, oh, this is a drag. I don't want to do this. I just want to get into bed, which, you know, it's the end of the night. You want to get into bed, especially around the new moon. You're probably feeling a bit tired because it is the dark moon. The energy is at its lowest, but I promise you, if you do it, it takes like 2 minutes and it's so beautiful. And yeah, I would really recommend it. So they're kind of like my 3-4 top tips for allowing yourself to step into the Divine Feminine, not the false feminine that we've created with society, but the Divine Feminine. They are my top 3 or 4 tips. So if you liked them, I would love for you to let me know maybe what you do to step into the Divine Feminine. I love new ideas, so I can recommend them to my clients and people I work with. And at talks and stuff that I do. Otherwise, let me know if you loved the video, because that's also really helpful. And I would love it if you subscribed and maybe shared this with a friend. That would be amazing, and it would really support me and my work and the message I'm trying to help women to connect back to their bodies with. Anyway, have a beautiful day or night wherever you are in the world, and thank you so much for watching.